Have you ever pondered how a moment can push the boundaries of the life you've dreamed of? Every second we live allows us to step onto one of an infinite number of paths. But what if the path we choose leads us into unexpected darkness? This story narrates how a choice can produce unforeseen consequences, and how on this journey we might lose not only the people we love, but ourselves as well. Are you ready to embark on a journey of love, loyalty, and regret? Before diving into my story, don't forget to subscribe and like this video to not miss out on the most striking stories about infidelity and marriage. Now, I invite you to this emotional journey. If you're ready, let's start our video. Where do the boundaries of fidelity begin and end in a marriage? My 10 years with Jessica were a quest to balance this question. My love for her reignited every morning when I saw the light in her eyes. But recently, that light had dimmed, shrouded in a fog of doubt. Jessica's growing intimacy with her office colleague Mark started to unsettle me. The little comments I heard about him, Jessica's late returns home, all these signs had planted a seed of suspicion in me. Yet perhaps out of a futile hope, I tried to convince myself that everything was all right. Learning about Jessica's betrayal from within this fog of doubt was like a lightning strike in the middle of a dark storm. When a friend told me that Jessica and Mark had been seen at a motel on the outskirts of town, I initially denied it. But my fragile belief began to crumble from the moment I heard this news. When I went to the motel and saw Jessica's car, I felt something break inside my heart. That day, Jessica experienced pleasures she had never known before and nearly completely forgot about me, Kyle. However, a few hours later, when she woke up beside her, Mark had already left, without leaving any trace. At that moment, Jessica was filled with regret and decided to return home, to me. Our home was unrecognizable. When she entered, the people living there did not recognize her and told her the house had been sold a year after our divorce. Jessica was shocked. At that moment, her world collapsed. My number no longer worked. The police were called, and Jessica was taken to the station for identification. At the station, we learned that Jessica had no fingerprints. Her driver's license and other IDs were invalid. The detective revealed to Jessica that she had died earlier. Her body was found in the same motel room, and the cause of death was poisoning by alcohol and sleeping pills. Jessica insisted it was all a nightmare, but the detective wouldn't listen. Eventually, as Jessica was about to be sent to a mental health facility, she realized she had indeed been dreaming and woke up. Safe beside me, she understood. When Jessica woke up from the nightmare, she shared her regret and fear with me. In tears, she said she never wanted to lose me again and realized how meaningless everything she had experienced was. At that moment, I was faced with two choices: to leave the past behind and forgive, or to carry this pain forever. Seeing Jessica's sincerity and regret melted the ice in my heart. At that moment, I understood that forgiveness was a liberation, not just for her, but for me as well. Yes, forgiving was hard, but I believed our love could pass this test. Jessica waking up beside me and sharing her nightmare gave us a second chance. Together, we decided to rebuild our relationship on stronger foundations. This meant open communication, rebuilding trust, and most importantly, renewing our faith in each other. Now I ask you, what is the value of love and loyalty? How can a momentary whim so easily shake years of togetherness? Jessica's nightmare reminds us of the importance of our choices in relationships and the weight of the consequences those choices can bring. Although challenging, this story shows us that even in the darkest moments, the power of love and commitment can overcome anything.